Hey, hopefully everyone is staying home, chilling out. That's what I'm doing. Thought about starting this staying home series to get some of our music out, drum up a little anticipation for new record that we've been in the studio for. If anyone's interested in that, it's going to be hopefully coming out in spring. Actually, with COVID going on, it's a perfect time to be in the studio writing songs and recording songs. So that's what we're doing. I'm wearing sunglasses inside. No, I don't have the coronavirus and lost my sight or anything like that. If you've seen Ballroom Boxers logo, we have a lion actually with sunglasses. So it's always been a big part of our brand. The reason for that is, we're a little bit more of that summer vibe. A lot of our songs are about summer. This new record actually is a little bit of a departure. It's going to have just a few different colors that we're painting with on the songs themselves. So really excited about that. But I did want to take a minute actually to kind of voice something. The other reason why I wear sunglasses on stage is that, I'm pretty much an extrovert. So I like to be in social settings, love to be with crowds. And we got our boy Neil on. What up, Neil? And that's always fun. I derive energy from that. But performing, even over the last 10 years, I have severe case of anxiety. So before I've ever go on stage, nothing makes it easier for me to not feel that kind of overwhelming feeling of nervousness. Usually manifests itself, for me at least, in a little bit of coughing, which can sound like I'm throwing up, or which I have done on stage and off stage for various reasons. But I really like the idea of kind of, if I have the sunglasses on, a little like Big Daddy, I feel like you can't see my eyes, you can't see what they're doing, and I'm a little bit more free to just perform, do the music, and not really worry about what I look like or how I'm moving, or be so self-conscious as I think all of us are. I don't think anyone really gets out there and just is not nervous at all. But that's, so the sunglasses are a big part of our band, our brand, who we are and what we like in that summer vibe, but they're also serve a functional purpose, at least for me, to be able to just do what I do and not have that nervousness. Even doing this live stream, I was talking to Dave, my brother, our drummer, just about how it is kind of nervous to open yourself out to the world. I guess in music, it's a little bit more, it's a little bit more hidden, at least the personal side of it. But with these live streams and just kind of talking about the music itself, you start to reveal layers that were intentionally put there, but not so overt for a lot of people. So I'm excited to actually do these. We're going to do these on hopefully a daily basis, mostly going through Tides, maybe some older stuff. We'll try to get into some of the Whiskey Drifter songs as well, to do live for you and give a little bit of the background. What was the inspiration for it? So that's really it. The upcoming record, I think we definitely have been thinking about the past, but also really excited about the future. So a lot of the songs really tackle what it's like to kind of move forward in a different direction. And also, just think about, especially the world today being a little bit different, where, maybe we're going to be performing from our living rooms for the next 10 years, who knows, but we'll take it as it comes. So the first song I was thinking of actually doing, is Home Tonight. So Home Tonight is the first single off of Tides, our debut album that came out a few years back. Home Tonight was actually produced by Gordon Raphael, who did the first couple of Strokes albums. So it was really neat to work with Gordon on that. We recorded at Steve Albini's Electrical Audio, and then we worked with Gordon on the mix of that, and it was really neat. He was in Berlin, sunny Berlin, as he would end all of his emails with. But Home Tonight was a good song that really kicks off the record. It's a high energy jam. It's going to be a little bit lower energy on acoustic. So hopefully this still translates for everyone. But if you don't know, we've done a few interviews that we've talked about it, but almost all the songs that we've done start out on acoustic. It's just really a couple of chords and some lyrics and some melodies, and then we build on that as a band, just really kind of developing what that song could be. Home Tonight started that way, so this is a little bit of a return to form for how Home Tonight was written. So yeah, we'll just kick it off that way. Home, I see you sitting in your comfy chair, one who is dressed to wear. Oh baby, you're so blessed. Friends, we've all been deserted here, been ignorant and blessed. It's time to tune in. Come back, oh baby, let the music turn. I'm gonna let this all burn down. You know I will. You know I will. We're rolling on heavy in the city tonight. Baby's gonna let the whole world down. You know I will. And I know you will. You was getting ready to dance. I was all set to burn. We've all got one place that we can return. We may not make it home tonight, and baby, I'm not scared. Well, baby, I'm not scared. We may not make it home tonight, and baby, I'm not scared. Baby, I'm not scared tonight. Some run out the wilderness, consuming at our expense. No matter what they win. Well, baby, come, show your teeth and eat the rich. There's no one we will miss, 'cause they're the worst at best. But you're rolling all heavy in the city tonight. Baby's gonna let the whole world down. You know you will. You know you will. You was getting ready to dance. I was all set to burn. We've all got one place that we can return. We may not make it home tonight, and baby, I'm not scared. Well, baby, I'm not scared. We may not make it home tonight, and baby, I'm not scared. Well, baby, I'm not scared tonight. And the lights that flashed across your eyes You gotta live like you might die, 'cause you just might. You feel the beat, it won't stop when you sleep. It'll put you right in tune with them, so you'll be right by me. We may not make it home tonight, and maybe I'm not scared, and maybe I'm not scared. We may not make it home tonight, and maybe I'm not scared, and maybe I'm not scared tonight. That one's home tonight. There we go. So a little bit about that song. Home Tonight was one of the first songs off of Tides, the album. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This album right here. So you can see with the line, the surf, the sunglasses, total ballroom boxer vibe. But yeah, with Home Tonight, that really came about. I don't know if anyone saw the, oh man, what was the Clint Eastwood film? It was, I'm going to look it up right now. So this was, I remember going to the movies. No, that was not it. That was definitely not it. So I remember going to the movies, and it was American Sniper? Was that it? With, let me see. I want to get this right. I believe that it was. So I think it was American Sniper. Yeah. So coming out of the movie, I think anyone that saw that movie, that was one that, really, really kind of gets you at the end, really gets you thinking. And it got me thinking about, what would it be like to obviously, think about being in the military, but being in any situation where you have a loved one, more in the distance, long distance kind of thing. And so when I was thinking about that of, what that could mean for myself personally, Home Tonight was one of those of, what if you didn't know that you were coming back? What if you didn't make it back? Again, whatever the situation, I think the situation we're in now, it's pretty applicable to what we're dealing with. And that's kind of it is, would I be scared, or would I be comfortable? Or would I, have peace with that? And so I'm hoping that if that situation ever arose, that I would have peace with it. But I think it's like any song. It's really what everyone else thinks about it. And I think we've gotten a lot of really good feedback about that one in particular, that there's a lot of different types of moments in life where people feel scared or feel like, the life that they wanted could be totally diverted. And so this is kind of providing comfort there. There's also a little bit of, I always like to underlay a little bit of snarkiness into the lyrics for any of the word nerds out there like myself who like to see it. So that first verse really gets into, the superficial side of, sometimes we can get so caught up in these little details, these things that really don't matter. And I think everyone's feeling it now. Like a lot of the things that we used to take for granted, or things that we just, put too much importance on in our lives, those go away when it's life or death, or they go away when you see that there's a bigger priority or a bigger purpose out there. So that's really what it was about. But it keeps taking on new meaning. I think a few years after Home Tonight, even for me, I've kind of thought about it, to the idea of there's always a little, in almost all the songs on Tides, there's a little bit of the wealth disparity that we touch upon. And I think that, that idea of like the folks that are just out for themselves, don't really see the broader world or communities, and don't really, don't really care about other people as much as they should. That's kind of where you also see priorities just way out of whack. And so I think Home Tonight really tries to put those priorities into perspective, so that it's something all of us can kind of take away from it and really reevaluate what's important. So that's really what we were thinking with Home Tonight. I think on Tides. So if for anyone kind of watching there, we asked like, what are some of the other songs? Because there's songs on Tides that we haven't even played live, or it's been a while since we played live. So feel free to comment, DM anything that you would want to hear, Tides or otherwise, really, so that we can program things out. I know we have kind of the fan favorites. We know what people sing to when we're playing live. So we'll save a few of those, but hoping tomorrow we'll actually get into a little bit of more of what the upcoming record is going to sound like. And we'll do another kind of behind the song tomorrow. So that'll be it. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. If you missed it on the first time, I'm hoping that with more of these, I'll actually take off the glasses. One, they're part of our brand, and the line wearing sunglasses is something that we really dig. But for me, they really help with anxiety. So I'll keep them on until I feel a little bit more comfortable, to where I can hopefully take them off at some point and just be a little more revealing. So we'll get there, but really appreciate everyone tuning in. So until tomorrow, thanks guys. Yeah, bye. You're on.